Hello everyone and welcome. It is so good to have you with us today. Have you ever stood at the edge of the water, looked out at that vast, endless horizon, and just felt a sense of wonder? A feeling of being part of something so much bigger than ourselves? That incredible, life-giving expanse is what connects every single one of us on this beautiful planet. It's a source of life, mystery, and immense power. It shapes our weather, provides our food, and has been the highway for explorers and dreamers for centuries. It's the very heartbeat of Earth. Today, we're embarking on a special kind of journey together. We're going to dive deep, figuratively of course, and get to know the magnificent bodies of water that define our world. We're exploring the 5 oceans of the world, their sizes, and the countries they touch. From the largest and most profound to the smallest and most remote, each ocean has its own unique story, its own character, and its own vital role in the global ecosystem. It's a story of geography, but it's also a story of connection, of how we are all linked by these great waters. So I invite you to get comfortable, open your mind, and join me as we travel across the globe. We will sail across these incredible blue landscapes, learning about their sheer scale and the diverse nations that call their shores home. This is more than just a lesson. It's an appreciation for the natural wonders that cradle our continents and sustain all life. Let's begin this incredible exploration together and discover the true essence of our one shared world ocean. Our first destination is the one that truly defines the word vast, the magnificent Pacific Ocean. When you think of the Pacific, I want you to think of scale, of immensity that is almost beyond our comprehension. It is the largest and the deepest of all the world's oceans, covering more than 30% of the Earth's surface. Can you even imagine that? It holds more than half of the free water on our planet. Its name, given by the explorer Ferdinand Magellan, means peaceful sea. But we know it can be a place of incredible power and awesome force, home to the deepest trenches and the most powerful storms. It is a world unto itself, a blue giant that commands respect and inspires awe. The shores of the Pacific Ocean are lined with a breathtaking diversity of cultures, landscapes, and nations. On its eastern edge, it caresses the long coastlines of North and South America, touching countries like the United States, with its iconic Californian beaches, and stretching all the way down to Chile. As we journey westward across its seemingly endless expanse, we encounter the vibrant island nations of Polynesia and Micronesia, each a unique jewel in this great blue setting. This ocean is a bridge, not a barrier, connecting continents and peoples in a way that has shaped human history for millennia. Finally, we arrive at the western rim, where the Pacific meets the dynamic continent of Asia and the unique land of Australia. Here, it borders nations like Japan, a country whose culture is deeply intertwined with the sea, the sprawling archipelago of the Philippines, and of course the great continent of Australia, whose eastern shores are defined by the Pacific's rhythmic pulse. The Pacific is not just a body of water, it is the lifeblood for billions of people, a source of sustenance, and a canvas for some of the most dramatic and beautiful scenery our world has to offer. It is truly the great mother of oceans. Now let us turn our attention to the second largest ocean, a body of water that has been at the very center of human history and exploration for centuries, the Atlantic Ocean. While it may be second in size to the Pacific, the Atlantic holds a first-place position in our collective story of discovery and connection. It's the ocean that separates the old world from the new, the very waters that brave explorers crossed in search of new horizons. Its currents have carried ships of trade, migration, and unfortunately, conflict, making it arguably the most historically significant ocean on our planet. It is a younger, saltier, and busier ocean, a true hub of global activity. The Atlantic's S-shaped basin is flanked by an incredible array of powerful and influential nations. On its western shores, we find the entire eastern seaboard of the United States, from the rocky coasts of Maine to the sunny beaches of Florida. Further south, it embraces the vibrant nation of Brazil, with its world-famous cities of Rio de Janeiro and Salvador, whose identities are inseparable from their Atlantic coastline. This ocean is a conduit, a superhighway that has facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between the Americas, Europe, and Africa for more than 500 years. It's the cradle of the modern globalized world. Crossing over to the eastern side of the Atlantic, we meet the shores of Europe and Africa. It washes against the western coasts of the United Kingdom and Ireland, shaping their maritime histories. It flows past the Iberian Peninsula, touching Spain and Portugal, nations that launched the age of discovery from its very ports. And it extends all the way down the western coast of Africa, bordering countries from Morocco to Nigeria to South Africa. The Atlantic is a testament to human endeavor, a stage for history, and a vital economic engine that continues to connect these diverse continents in a powerful, ever-evolving dance. Our journey now takes us to a truly unique and beautiful ocean, the third largest and warmest on our planet, the Indian Ocean. Unlike the Pacific and Atlantic, which stretch from pole to pole, the Indian Ocean is beautifully landlocked to the north by the vast continent of Asia. This gives it a character all its own. It is an ocean of warm tropical waters, of monsoon winds that have dictated the rhythm of life and trade for thousands of years. It's an ocean that feels more intimate, more contained, yet it is a powerhouse of biodiversity and a cradle of ancient civilizations. It is the heart of the tropics, beating with a steady, warm pulse. The Indian Ocean is named for the subcontinent that juts into its waters like a magnificent jewel, India. The entire southern peninsula of India is defined by this ocean, and its culture, spirituality, and history are deeply woven into the fabric of these waters. To the east, the ocean embraces the thousands of islands that make up the nation of Indonesia, a place of incredible volcanic beauty and marine life. And to the west, it laps against the long, stunning coastline of East Africa, touching countries like Kenya and Tanzania, famous for their rich history and vibrant Swahili culture. It is an ocean that has nurtured empires and faiths. Further south, the Indian Ocean's waters stretch down to meet the western and southern coasts of Australia, creating some of the most rugged and beautiful coastlines in the world. From the stunning beaches of Perth to the wild shores of the Great Australian Bight, this ocean shapes a different side of the Australian continent. The Indian Ocean is a mosaic of cultures, a critical route for global trade, especially for oil, and a hotspot for some of our planet's most precious and fragile ecosystems, like the coral reefs of the Maldives and Seychelles. It is a treasure, a warm embrace in the center of our world. We now venture to the planet's newest, coldest, and most untamed ocean, the Southern Ocean. Officially recognized as the fifth ocean only in the year 2000, this body of water is defined not by the continents that contain it, but by a powerful current that encircles the globe. The Antarctic Circumpolar Current flows endlessly around Antarctica, creating a distinct ecological boundary that separates the cold southern waters from the warmer waters to the north. This is a place of extremes, of raw, untamed nature. It is the wild frontier of our planet, an ocean of icebergs, fierce winds, and breathtaking, stark beauty. The Southern Ocean completely surrounds the pristine, ice-covered continent of Antarctica, the Earth's last great wilderness. It is the guardian of this frozen land, its icy waters acting as a natural fortress. This ocean is critical to the planet's health, as its cold, dense waters sink and drive the Great Global Ocean Conveyor Belt, which regulates our climate. It is a place teeming with life adapted to the harsh conditions, from massive whales and seals to vast colonies of penguins. It is the engine room of our planet's climate system, a place of profound scientific importance. While it directly encircles a continent with no permanent human population, the influence of the Southern Ocean reaches countries in the Southern Hemisphere. The southern tips of South America, with nations like Chile and Argentina, feel its cold breath. It brushes up against the southern coasts of Australia and the southern island of New Zealand, influencing their weather and marine ecosystems. And the nation of South Africa sits at a unique crossroads where the cold Southern Ocean waters meet the warmer currents of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. The Southern Ocean is a reminder of the wild power that still exists on our planet, a vital and formidable force of nature. Our final destination brings us to the very top of our world, to the smallest, shallowest, and coldest of the 5 oceans, the Arctic Ocean. Though it is the smallest, do not for a moment underestimate its importance. The Arctic Ocean is a unique and fragile ecosystem, centered on the North Pole and surrounded by the northernmost parts of North America and Eurasia. For much of the year, a significant portion of its surface is covered in a dynamic, shifting layer of sea ice, a white cap on our blue planet that plays a crucial role in regulating global temperatures by reflecting sunlight back into space. It is a place of ethereal beauty, of midnight sun and polar nights. The Arctic Ocean is a shared space, its icy waters touching the northern borders of a small but significant group of countries. The vast northern coastlines of Russia and Canada make up a huge portion of its shoreline. These are lands of tundra, permafrost, and resilient communities that have lived in harmony with the harsh environment for centuries. The United States also borders the Arctic through the state of Alaska, as do the Scandinavian nations of Norway and Denmark via its territory of Greenland. This ocean has long been a challenge for explorers, but it is now becoming a new frontier for shipping and resource exploration as its ice cover diminishes. This change is what makes the Arctic Ocean so critically important in our world today. It is the epicenter of climate change, warming at a rate faster than anywhere else on Earth. The melting sea ice not only affects the unique wildlife that depends on it, like polar bears and seals, but it also has cascading effects on global weather patterns and sea levels. The story of the Arctic Ocean is a story of fragility and resilience, a stark reminder of our planet's interconnectedness and our shared responsibility to protect its most vulnerable places. It may be the smallest ocean, but its fate is tied to the future of us all. And so, our journey across the globe comes to a close. We have sailed the vast, peaceful expanse of the Pacific, crossed the historic and bustling Atlantic, felt the warm embrace of the Indian, braved the wild frontier of the Southern, and stood in awe at the fragile beauty of the Arctic. What we come to realize, what becomes so profoundly clear, is that while we name them as 5 separate oceans, they are not separate at all. They are one continuous body of water, a single magnificent world ocean that connects every continent, every island, and every one of us. This great global ocean is the life force of our planet. These 5 oceans connect continents and shape our planet's climate and ecosystems. The currents that flow between them are like a circulatory system, distributing heat and nutrients and making life on Earth possible. They are a source of inspiration, a provider of sustenance, and a frontier of discovery that we are still only beginning to understand. The health of our oceans is inextricably linked to the health of our planet and the future of humanity. It is a shared treasure and a shared responsibility. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. I hope it has deepened your appreciation for the incredible blue heart of our world. I encourage you to continue learning, to stay curious, and to think about the ways we can all contribute to protecting this vital resource for generations to come. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of our beautiful planet.